Hi, welcome to the Acorn Treasure Tin tutorial by Get Felton. Today I'm going to show you how to needle felt some acorn caps and bring a little nature into your home. So you can make a bunch of these little acorn people. Wouldn't that be cute? Or you can make them in a variety of colors. You can make some for the holidays. This is Christmassy, any autumn colors. And I'll go over some options at the end. But what comes in your kit is you get directions and some tips. You get this reusable tin that you can use to collect some more acorn caps. And then you get a recyclable wool pad. It's a mini pad. You get a wooden handled needle with a 38 gauge triangle needle and a variety of acorn caps. So this is a sawtooth acorn cap. It's pretty funky. There's a beech nut acorn, well, it's not acorn, beech nut cap, and then a variety of other acorn caps. You get some doubles, and these look really cute and fun. And then there'll be a variety of swamp white oak, English, red, burn oak, all different kinds of acorn caps that you can use and have fun with. You also get 15 grams, approximately 15 grams of carded wool in a variety of colors. They're random colors that I've taken from the ends of projects, and I rolled them up into little bundles of joy. Look at all these variety of colors that you can create some fun acorns with. So today I'm going to use the bright yellow. I'll put these aside. And I am going to show you how to use the wooden needle holder or how to put it together. I don't recommend using these, and I'll explain why. You want to pull out the end and be careful because the point is very sharp. The wood stopper, you want to flip upside down. So the little section is where the fold over of the needle is. And then put that in back into the needle and push it in fairly tightly. And that's all there is to it. So the reason why I don't recommend these anymore is because it's only supported on one side of the needle. And therefore it makes it easier to bend and break if you're new to needle felting. When I first started teaching, I used these a lot, and my students were breaking and bending their needles a lot. And I quickly realized why. And it's because, like I said, it's only supported on one side. And your hand is also further away from the bottom of the needle. Now, I do love multi-needle holders, but they're all designed differently and they support the needle better. So I'm just going to put this away. This is the 38 gauge. The 38 gauge usually comes in all of the basic kits out there. It's the workhorse of all the needles. And I am going to use my 38 gauge from my rainbow needle system. And the 38 size gauge is always a yellow. And this will be in another video, but this is my rainbow system. It starts with the 32, which is red, 36 orange, 38 yellow, 40 is green, 42 is blue, and I throw in the 46, which is a crown needle, meaning the notches are just at the very tip for fine detail, just to complete the rainbow. So this is the 38, it has a yellow ball, and I hold the needle like this. Most people use 2 fingers, and they can hold it up high or down low, whatever's comfortable for you. I tend to hold it so the ball is comfortable between my 2 fingers. And then I use the middle finger to guide it. Therefore, when I am needle felting, let's take an acorn. When I'm needle felting, my middle finger is going to hit my other finger that's holding the project, and not the needle. So it's kind of an extra form of protection. If you have leather finger covers or a device to help you with small items, you know, please use that. But I find most of them cumbersome, so For small projects, I just use my middle finger as a guide, and it protects me from getting poked. Now, getting poked is a rite of passage when you're needle felting. So I'm going to unroll this yellow wool. It's all carded wool that comes in your kit. So the fibers are going in all different directions. So it makes it easier for the needle to grab onto the fibers and needle felt. So to make a cylinder ball type shape for the acorns, I'm going to stretch out my wool. Then I'm going to start rolling it. If you have a skewer, you can use that, but I don't find it necessary for these acorns. It's fine just to roll it up by your fingers. After a few rolls, I'm going to poke it a few times just so it doesn't unravel. And then I'm going to fold in the left side and the right side so it doesn't stretch out and get too long. Then I'm going to keep rolling. If I want to, I can tuck in a little bit of the left and right and keep rolling. At any point, I can stop and give it a few pokes so it doesn't come unraveled. So I have this at the end. I'm just going to gently bring it around. So now we have a cylinder shape. And I'm spinning it as I'm poking so it doesn't get flat on one side. And I'm poking straight in and straight out. You don't want to poke in and bend it and pull out. That'll bend your needle. And if I keep doing this as I'm spinning it, it won't get flat, but it's going to get thinner and thinner. So if I want a shorter acorn, I want to poke it from the top towards the bottom. Anywhere that you poke, you're pushing the wool in that direction. So you have to trust the process, which is common mantra that we say in needle felting, and it'll eventually look like your acorn. So it's going to take a few pokes to get this shorter. I want to look at it, maybe poke both ends, the top and the bottom. And then you can use your hands to roll it, and that'll smooth it out. Your hands are a vital tool in needle felting, not just to hold your needle, but to shape items too. So I'm going to give it a few more pokes. Now, acorns come in all different shapes and sizes. You could make a nice long one like this, or a fat chubby one like this, or a double one. Those are cute. As you're poking, you're creating hills and valleys, so you could keep poking to even those out, or you can use your hands to even that out. The bottom here, I'm going to carefully poke to create a rounded, not pointed bottom, but a rounded bottom. Like I said, it just takes a few pokes. Now, you need to match it with an acorn cap. So you can pull out, oh, this is way too small for that one. So here's one. Oh, look, it fits perfect. So I'm not ready to glue this yet because this top side that I would glue it to the inside of the cap is still fluffy. So you want to felt this so it's fairly firm. Because if it's fluffy, when you put the glue there, it's going to soak into all the fibers and soak down through it. It's not going to stay on top. And that is because wool doesn't absorb moisture or water or glue. It adsorbs it, A-D-S-O-R-B. And that means that it just traps the moisture in between all of its fibers. So it's not actually soaking through the fiber itself. It can soak through your project, and if before the glue dries, you could probably squeeze it out if your object wasn't firmly felted. So the top where you're going to put the glue should be fairly firm. That way the glue stays there and doesn't soak into your acorn. So that looks good. And it fits well. So later I'll put some glue in there. I can shape it after I've glued it and it's dried, or you can continue to shape it before you add the glue. You could add your little happy face if you wanted to, or I have some other ideas here for you. This one I made a fairy house with. Just added a little door and a pin that I glued in and some moss on top and a string. So you can hang this up anywhere. You could also hang just a felted acorn itself. These make great present toppers, little Christmas tree decorations. You can add them to your cupboard doors. You can make a garland with them. This is some that I strung. One acorn that I strung. You can make little faces. It's just fun to have them. This one has a acorn still in it. And this one has a teeny tiny acorn. Isn't that sweet? This one I added to I made with a little hedgehog. So to bring some more nature into it, I added the empty acorn shells. And you can also make a little fairy jar. So this is just a little jar that I glued a butterfly to. You can put some treasures in there. And this one still has its stem on. So it's always fun if you find one with a stem. You can make little cute little jars. You can make them in Christmas colors for the holidays, or in any color that you want, and like bring the nature inside your home and have some fun with it. It's a quick little easy project, and I hope you enjoy it. Thank you.